Many believe this is the year that Texas wins its first national championship since 2005. Even anonymous SEC coaches. Let's talk about why they think that is and how much validity we can assign to this. What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time watching Adapt and Respond, thank you for joining us here. We talk college football year-round. If that is something you're into, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, and answer the question in the comments below. Do you believe that Texas will win the national championship in 2025? Also going to take this opportunity to remind you, if you have not subscribed to Adapt and Respond on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, I encourage you to do that for a couple of reasons. A, if you want the audio, tell me that you like the audio by going over there and reviewing the show. But also in the description down at the bottom, you can sign up for a free sticker that I will send you, a physical sticker that you can actually stick on something, not a printout, that I will absolutely mail to you as a show of my thanks for going on and simply subscribing to the shows and leaving a review. It's a simple form. You get a sticker, you get to tell people about the show, and I appreciate it. So what is it that SEC coaches have to say about Texas that really doesn't seem that far-fetched given what we know about Texas the last couple of years and given what we have seen about Arch Manning? First, let's start with what they got to say, and then we'll unpack how much of this we believe. Right now, the belief is that Arch Manning will elevate the offense immediately, and you can expect a much more dynamic scheme from Steve Sarkisian. This kid is a legit Heisman-level package. Provided he produces that at the next level, the offense will be even better. They're stacked with talent. It's true. Arch Manning, I believe, is a step up from Quinn Ewers, which is saying a lot because when Quinn Ewers came out of high school, he was the best quarterback in the 2022 class. He ends up going to Ohio State so he can cash in, get the bag, transfers almost as soon as he gets there, ends up at Texas where he should have been the whole time. And he had become the guy to help Steve Sarkisian build Texas into the kind of team that wins the Big 12 championship, that makes the SEC championship game in its first year, and makes back-to-back college football playoff appearances. When it is all said and done, we're going to talk very well about Quinn Ewers and his tenure at the University of Texas. Did it add up to winning a championship? No. But I kind of think that it's interesting that Sam Ehlinger is a more beloved figure than Quinn Ewers, even though I believe that there's so much more Texas high school football and so much more Texas Longhorn football about Quinn Ewers than there is Sam Ehlinger. That said, Sam Ehlinger is like you read about. He's a Texas quarterback, right? He grew up wanting to go there. He did the hook 'em down. He's a much more bright personality, too. He really did enjoy being quarterback at the University of Texas, giving it to Oklahoma, right? Being Tom Herman's guy, talking about, we're back. It's going to go down, right? And I think that's why we speak well about Sam Ehlinger in a way that we don't about Quinn Ewers. Ewers never really looked that comfortable on camera. He gave me way more Yellowstone vibes of the Rip variety than he did Friday Night Light vibes of the Don Billingsley variety, right? Even though this dude shows up to media days with a skull ring in the back and skull in the back, because that's just the kind of cat he is. His way of telling everybody that he is a regular dude is having his truck towed after the ULM game because he's parked in the wrong spot in Austin. It's kind of cool, right? Arch has got a similar story. Arch is a very cool dude who doesn't say a whole lot, grew up in New Orleans, and has lost his college ID at least twice that we know about, right, while being a student at Texas. He also can spin it. 6'4", 220. He's got wheels. He's got an arm. He's got the name. And that is what people are really, I think, upset about. Arch Manning is just somebody's name. It's a name that people know. I'm like, nah, dog, that was the #1 player in the 2023 class, and he's done nothing to say that he shouldn't be that guy, and he's out there dealing. Whenever we see that dude play, he's played really well, especially when you allow him to run the offense and not come in there as like a red zone touchdown dude. The stuff that they were doing that was gimmicky at the end there, I didn't really agree with. It gave me real Justin Fields, Georgia vibes, and I didn't like it. But you want to get the guy on the field, right? I understand that. You want to get him as much experience as you can in real live game situations that matter. However, we got to see it against UTSA, which is a great university to come out against. He played really well. Saw it again against Mississippi State. He played really well. It looks like he is the guy that can get them over the hump. He's going to be their T. Martin at Tennessee, if you will, right? The Josh Heupel at Oklahoma, if you will. The guy that gets you to that championship. Vince Young comes to mind, right? What Mac Brown had with him, even though Vince and Cedric Benson were monsters. And it could be like that again, right? Arch Manning, C.J. Baxter, Ryan Wingo, DeAndre Moore. And they're going to be legit up front. And that was the next thing that I wanted to pick out here in this anonymous account, Athlon Sports. Nobody can tell you if it's real or if it's fake, but it's a lot of fun. They could have one of the best defensive lines in the entire country. They have next-level pass rushers and the size and physicality to win against the run. This has been true since Sarkisian got there. It is an underreported part of their game. They have been very, very good, from Devondre Sweat to Alfred Collins, at developing dudes on the interior that can punish an opposing SEC team's offensive line. You got to have it. You have to have it. Pete Kwiatkowski's done a great job of recruiting to his system and playing in that system. I think we're going to find out just how deep they are on the back end, because Andrew Makuba, that was a dude, right? Jade Barron, that was a dude. We will see, right? We will absolutely see. But I really love the scheme that they run. I can really get behind the idea of another great linebacker come out of Texas. Like, I'm thinking about Jalen Ford and what he was able to do. But now you got Anthony Hill, who is a pass rusher, right, in the Harold Perkins kind of way. But maybe they want to slide him inside and ask him to do a few more things, not unlike what we've seen in past from outstanding outside linebackers that are getting moved inside because they got a preternatural feel for tackling people. I would leave him alone. I would stick him at will and leave him at will. I would give him simple reads. See this, do that. See this, do that, right? If your guy's coming out of the backfield, you go and you tackle him. If the guy's coming up through the hole, you go and you tackle him. If the guy goes out in a route, you let the secondary pick him up and you go get the quarterback. Like, it's one of those. I think that Anthony Hill's so athletic and he's so fast that you want to give him as many opportunities to just be a roving destroyer of worlds as you possibly can. Not unlike Isaiah Simmons was at Clemson. Let that dude run around hurting people. Caleb Downs, let that dude run around hurting people. That's what he's best at. Let's not try to overcook it. Let's not try to overcoach it. Put the best athlete you got on the field in the best position to make as many plays as you possibly can and see where you end up, right? Like, that's who Anthony Hill is to me. Between Anthony Hill leading that defense and Arch Manning leading that offense, yes, you can easily get to a place where you see Texas winning the national championship. But I don't know that they have to. And that's what I think should scare you if you are a Texas fan. Your program has never purported itself like it has to win the national championship. Ohio State last year had to win the national championship. They burned the ships. That's how you had to go into it, especially after they lost to Michigan for a fourth year in a row. They could not afford to come home with anything less than that championship. They couldn't afford it. It would not have been okay in Columbus, Ohio, for them to do this. I've never got that indication from Texas, ever. For years, we would say Texas out-recruits everybody because they can. You get anybody you want from in-state, out-of-state. Hell, you got the sainted son, the third-generation Manning from New Orleans, not going to LSU, not going to Ole Miss, not going to Tennessee, but coming to you. What are you going to do with it? Because that's the thing. If you have Arch Manning and you're Steve Sarkisian, you don't win a national championship this year or the next, it ain't a Texas problem. It's a you problem now. But is it a Texas problem in that they have not put enough pressure on this man? Because one of the other things that I think is important here, we're going to get to this in this quote, is they run a really good NIL ship. Check this out. If Manning blows up and goes to the league next year, which we're not sure about, this is still the program to chase. They're professionalizing in a way other programs aren't. Diabell could be the next guy. But the professionalizing in a way that other programs are not, that's been Texas forever. Basically since it was them in Arkansas playing the last all-white national championship game in 1969. Richard Nixon attended that. They've been able to do this. That said, 4 championships? 4? Oklahoma's got 7. We got as many national championships as we got Heisman Trophy winners, and we're Oklahoma. We don't have the base to recruit from. Hell, we go into Texas to go get players because Texas players want to play at Oklahoma. maybe you did a better job. They wouldn't want to leave home. You know what I'm saying? All these universities we got in the state of Texas, they be coming to Oklahoma to play. Put that out there. Baker Mayfield, he from Texas. Trevor Knight, he from Texas. You want me to keep going? Because I can. Adrian Peterson, he from Texas. Are you in your feelings yet, Texas football? Are you in your feelings? Okay. I'm just saying that, when you got a Vince Young, it's nice that you were able to keep him. When you got a Colt McCoy, it's nice that you were able to keep him. But where's the championship? That's all. You got a few more you got to win now before you catch up with Oklahoma. Little old Oklahoma. Ain't but 4 million people here. All we got is the Thunder, who going to win the NBA Finals. Going to win a championship beginning tonight. Indiana, that's your ass. Ooh, that's your ass, Indiana. It's coming to an end tonight. It's coming to an end tonight. Game 1. I remember being at the finals, 2012. OKC as an intern at the Oklahoman. Best job in the world, man. Then these boys had the nerve to go get B41. Kevin Durant, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. But you know what? Shea, the 18 Jadens that we got, the one German white dude that don't look like no German white dude, it's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. That said, can you imagine what would happen? OKC wins the NBA Finals and Oklahoma beats Texas in October. Going to be some furniture moving, and it ain't going to be in Oklahoma. It's going to be all on y'all. That said, most people who are smart about college football, and I am one, believe that Texas can and should be playing for the national championship. This is just more of the same.